All right, so let me share my screen, then we'll start, okay? So can someone confirm if my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's start, guys. So today's session, that is like Cisco SD-WAN, right? So we'll try to understand a lot of things about the SD-WAN, and whatever the question and query you have, guys, please feel free to ask. Anything if you're having in your mind, please feel free to ask, right? And we'll try to have an open discussion, try to discuss each and everything, whatever we can have a discussion about the SD-WAN, even not related to the SD-WAN. If you guys having any query, anything out of the SD-WAN, then that also can be asked, and I'll try to help out to answer those query. Okay. So don't hesitate. Feel free to ask anything to me. So probably we can understand to each other, and we'll try to, go in the right direction to learn the SD-WAN technology. So welcome you all in today's session. That is, this is the first interaction session, and we'll try to understand a little bit about the SD-WAN and labs, how it is going to happen this program. So you all welcome in the Gwinnett Technology, and we are the training provider where we are dealing with the various training program like the Cisco, Versa, Zscaler, Palo Alto, Viptela, Azure, AWS, Checkpoint, and F5s. So if you guys having any kind of the requirement for the training and all, feel free to connect us. We'll try to help you all, right? So this is how it is going to work. So further, without any delay, let's start. Okay. So the first question, whenever you just start anything to learn, not only SD-WAN, like any CCNA curriculum program, CCNP curriculum program, like CCIE curriculum program, any Palo Alto firewall, Checkpoint firewall, Cisco ASA firewall, FortiGate firewall. So you guys must having some kind of the mindset. Why basically I am doing this, and what is the benefits is going to happen after doing this particular course. Right? Everyone is very professional, and they all are very mature. Like we are not like the very entry level people who having the very basic understanding. So we are very okay. So let me see, my voice is low. Let me just see. Okay, there is some problem. Let me just adjust my voice. Let me see if it can be adjusted. Is it good now? Is it visible? Voice is okay? Is it better? Gandhi, can you confirm if voice is okay to hear you? Hello? Okay.
Your voice is clear. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So I was discussing like anything if you are going to understand regarding any technology. So you guys must have like in your thought process why basically I am going to do that. Okay. And what is the benefits is going to happen while doing this particular course or curriculum, whatever. Similarly, like we having already CCNA program, we having a CCNP program. People are already, many are certified in the CCIE as well in the old track, like the version 4 or 5, anything like latest one is the enterprise infrastructures. So probably why basically we need to go with the SD-WAN. This is the first question coming in your mind, right? So we'll try to explore this query answer. This is the first thing. Why basically SD-WAN come in a picture? Why not our legacy WAN was fulfilling that all requirement? And why this new technology introduced? So we'll try to figure out this all query, and we'll try to understand. Okay. Along with that, we try to do some deep dive about the SD-WAN, how it is going to happen, and we having the very good lab design. So if you let me just show you a little bit the lab overview, so you guys can understand. So let me just, this is a fully loaded lab which we covered in the last batch. So everything is covered. So let me just try to log in it. So this is something 192. So even you guys don't know what is this, okay? Because I know you guys are very new in the SD-WAN. So this is the vManage, basically we call it. So I'm trying to log into the vManage. We'll do each and everything in very deep dive. So you can see here, in this lab, we having the very good topology. We having the multiple branch locations. Like you can see the site 3, site 6. This is the hub location, site 200, site 5, site 4, and this is the controllers, right? So in this all particular topology, we having a multiple branch sites, we having the controllers, we having the branch locations. But right now, these are the fully configured. Everything is configured. Why it is configured? Because recently we completed our batch. So in that batch, we did everything testing, right? We know how the policy is going to create it, how the template is going to create it, how the routing is going to happen, how the certification is going to happen. We understand different feature as well. So that's why you can see that we having the controllers, that is a vSmart, we having the edge devices, that is a vEdge, we having the devices like the vBond, we having the devices like the vManage. These all are showing up and working for you. You can see quantity of the vEdge. This is the actual remote branch site. So these branch sites are currently live, and you can see here, not only the vEdge, we even going to somehow CEdge is not onboarded in this lab, but we'll definitely onboard that because somehow we rebooted and this has been disconnected. But CSR, this is the CEdge as well. So we'll onboard the CEdge and we'll see how it is going to onboard it, and different vEdge also we have onboarded. So these all complete flavor is going to cover during this particular training session. So even in this lab, if you see that all, so we covered a lot of templates. These templates are basically nothing. How basically we do the configuration via the GUI, not the CLI. So this is the actual masterpiece of the Zscaler. So we have created a lot of template here. You can see the VPN 20, OMP template, SD-WAN banners. We having a dual site BGP MPLS template, VPN 512 template, VPN 10 template, OSPF template. We have the BGP template. So why basically this template is going to be required? We also will understand and how basically it is going to be configured from this particular vManage. So these all things we'll try to explore each other, and this is not easy task. It is a very, we have to be fully understand each and everything, and we have to ask the right question, and two-way communication must be happen between you and me. So probably we'll understand each and every in nutshell what is happening in this particular technology. And regarding the device, you can see a device template is a feature template. Some devices are out of syncs due to the various reasons. We'll no need to worry, because when we start our session, we'll do from the scratch. Everything is going to happen from the scratch. From zero, we'll start configuration, and we'll start everything like no device will be configured in this lab. Even this PC doesn't have the IP address. We'll start from the scratch zero. How the PC, we assign the IP address, how this network going to be configured, how the controller going to be configured first, and how they are going to communicate, how we'll get the GUI access, then how this dual transport is going to be configured. Then we onboard one by one all branch locations. So I'll reset this entire lab. After resetting this entire labs, I'll configure each and everything from the scratch, so you guys understand what is the way of doing the configuration of the SD-WAN and how basically onboarding is going to happen. And post onboarding, all the testing is going to happen. Likewise, this is the configuration which is going to required in the onboarding process. But after this onboarding, we have to use the intelligence of the actual policies. How the policy is going to be enforced, like you can see TLOG based policy, DIA policy, VPN membership policy, application aware routing policy, default hub and spoke policy, routing based hub and spoke policy, QS policy, extranet policy, OMP path manipulation, custom manipulation. This is a centralized policy. Similarly, we have to understand what is the localized policy, how the QS policy is going to be happen, how the BGP path manipulation have to happen, even the ACS how to going to configure, OSPF prefix list how it is going to be configured. these also will understand in this particular policy. So this is how basically it is going to be happen. Okay, so centralized policy, localized policy, this we all explore, and devices, how these devices is going to be onboarded, like the VS, CH controller, how it is going to have onboarded. So this entire we are going to understand in throughout the session. Okay, so this is the lab part. So once we'll start the session, you guys get this particular. Let me just show you. So this is the eVNGVS lab access, or might be the Peanut lab. You'll get the access. So you just have to access from your internet. Once you access from this internet, you have to put your username and password. Likewise, I am logging from the admin, but you will get your username and password by your own name. And once you log in, you'll get the lab access. So you can see this kind of lab access is going to happen. So it is going to be accessible from anywhere, any browser. You don't have to worry, and you can start doing the lab access. Now coming to the point, okay. So we little bit understand about the lab topology and everything about the labs, right? Now we just have to understand how this basically this SD-WAN is going to be, start, and what key things we have to keep in our mind to just learn about this SD-WAN technology, right? So just give me 1 minute. So if you guys see here, so the first thing, when I started the session, we try to understand why we need a SD-WAN. Okay, so we just have to understand why we need a SD-WAN. So let me just read a little bit, go with some documentation officially for the Cisco as well. Okay. So you guys can see here, when we start the SD-WAN, so we having the multiple components, like we having the orchestration plane, we having the management plane, we having the control plane, we having the data plane, we having the vManage, we having the vBond, we having the vSmart, we having the vEdge, also we having the CH. So a lot of component we have. But the first question, why we need the SD-WAN? So we can see here a lot of benefits we have, and we should understand the, in terms of the benefits, a lot of bullets points are written here, right? Benefits of the SD-WAN. But in layman language, if I try to understand why we need the SD-WAN, so we just have to understand in this way how basically our legacy branch routers were working. So in legacy branch routers, we having the multiple routers like R1 and R2. These are connected with the LAN. So this might be connected with the LAN. And also we having a just WAN. Could be the one ISP, could be the multiple ISP. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. So could be the one ISP, could be the multiple ISP. So let's assume there is one user. It is connected here. This is the PC. They have to go. This is the ISP. Just think this is the Google server. So how this was going on the Google server? So at a one point, this traffic must be going via this link. Might be the traffic is going via this way to the Google server, or might be this way to the Google server. This is how it is going to be happen, right? So the communication from the user to the any destination, it always going either via the R1 or via the R2. In the legacy WAN, I'm talking about the legacy WAN. Like this is the old WAN circuit, not SD-WAN. So this is how it actually happened. And in case this link goes down for some region, then your traffic is going to switch on this particular link. This is the one scenario. For the one destination traffic, we having the option for the load sharing, not load balancing. Even we can do the prefix basis load sharing. How prefix basis? Let's say suppose I have the two servers. Let's think about, I have the two servers. Let's suppose I have the Facebook server here. This is my Facebook server, right? This is also connected. So if I want to send the Facebook traffic for this PC, I can do that. Facebook traffic is go via this link and go to this destination. And I can say my Google traffic go via this link. If this link goes down, the Facebook traffic start going via this way. If this link goes down, my Google traffic start going this way. So vice versa. So we are basically doing the load sharing, not load balancing. Load balancing, that means you are sharing the equal amount of traffic for the same destination via the two links. This is the load balancing, right? So, but we are not doing like that load balancing. So in this particular scenario, my traffic is keep going via the one link, but in case of the failure, my traffic is going to shift to the another link. But just think about the scenario. Let's assume that the link is not down. This link not down, it's up. But there is a performance issue. Performance issue. Then what is going to happen? The traffic is never going to shift it from this to this. Because if there is a performance, your link is not down, so your failover is not going to happen. Even you configure the IPSLA, if there is a very frequent kind of the, like you just understand, very frequent kind of the, link performance, still the traffic is not going to be shifted. Still there is a problem, and might be your traffic is not going to shift it from the one link to another link. So in this scenario also, you have a problem of the failover because you are having a performance issue, not link down issue. So this is the one problem in a legacy SD-WAN. Similarly, another problem might be, just think about this router went faulty for some reason, right? If this router become a faulty, what do you have to do? You just have to go with the RMA solution. After RMA, that you just have to go and raise the case with the vendor, might be the Cisco vendor. Cisco will raise the RMA. Your device router basically going to dispatch to the site. You need to assign the field engineer who going to basically mount and rack the routers and provide the powers. And at the same time, he need to arrange the console connection to you. Once he will give the console, you just have to arrange the WebEx session to remote access, right? Once you take the remote access, you have to start manual configuration of the router. So you have to do step-by-step manual configuration of the router, and once you finish the manual configuration of the router, then it is going to be in service. Router is going to be in service. So basically, you have to do a lot of steps to make the router live and operational. This is how your legacy WAN was working and is working right now even. But just think, if this is your SD-WAN routers, you no need to do that much work. You just need the routers, and router need to be powered on and installed in the rack, and it is going to fully auto configure. No need to do anything. And the same scenario where we having a performance issue, your failover is no need to worry about that. Even you are having the latency, you having the performance issue, auto failover is going to happen of your SD-WANs. So this is the two examples I am giving to you, right? What is the, in nutshell, we having the difference between legacy WAN and the SD-WAN. What other benefits we have? So let's assume one other examples. You have some kind of the central requirement. Let's suppose your boss asks you to change one of the access control list, that is access ACL list, ACL, or might be the SNMP configuration. This you need to change. How many router? You just have to perform on the thousands router, right? So if you have to perform this action on the thousands router, you probably log in one by one to all routers, or multiple engineers need to be involved, and they have to change one by one all configurations to all routers. So it is going to be monotonous kind of the work, and due to the monotonous kind of the work, you will get the frustrated and having high chance of the errors as well. Because if you are doing the manual works for the all devices, there is a high chance you can do the mistakes, right? So again, there is a problem. But if this is the again SD-WAN routers, this is again SD-WAN routers, let me show you how it is going to work. So let's suppose this is the SD-WAN router, and you want to perform a single like actions, like you want to perform the single configuration. You can just go in template, you create one template, and for the likewise anything, just think about you want to create for the AAA configuration or any kind of the banner configuration, any kind of the logging configuration, SNMP configuration. You create the template and push to all 1,000 devices in one go. So no need to log in all devices one by one to just complete your configuration. You can do it by any central this vManage to all devices. So it is going to save a lot of tasks, a lot of effort from you, and your life is going to be very easy, right? So this is again new benefit for the SD-WAN. Similarly, let's suppose you having a lot of routers, you have to do the IOS upgradation. So you have to do a lot of manual effort. You have to copy the IOS from the TFTP servers. After copying the IOS from the TFTP server, you just have to, likewise the panorama, you just have to start doing like the iOS version uploading from the TFTP server to the routers, and then you just have to upload and download the routers configurations. So again, this is a problem for you. But if you have the SD-WAN devices, you just have to go software repository and not software upgradation process, and whatever. Let's suppose you're having 1,000 devices. You just select the 1,000 devices in one go and just upgrade it. Just right now we don't have any software to upgrade, but if you have a software, just upgrade it and it is going to upgrade to all devices in one go without any delay. It is going to upgrade it to all devices. Devices will reboot and the software is going to be upgraded. So this is the beauty of the SD-WAN, right? So similar, we are having a lot of benefits. So it is going to improve your performance. No doubt your performance is going to improve because the SD-WAN enable intelligence, traffic routing and optimization based real-time condition traffic manipulations. So if you want to do the real-time manipulations traffic, like how the base path based on the application, based on the destination route, based on any kind of the ports number, like if you want to perform some kind of security stuff, that is absolutely possible in the SD-WAN. So that's why it is the improved network performance, because it's having a capabilities. You can manage from central device, you can do the configuration, you can deploy such your deployment where the traffic can be manipulated very easily. No need to worry for your traffic, any kind of latency, loss, jitter if happening any of the links. No need to worry about that. Now, the next thing, it is always going to be lower cost. It is just going to reduce your cost. Why cost? Because you no need to hire too much engineers to manage the SD-WAN boxes. You hired few engineers who are having the very good knowledge of the SD-WAN. Those engineers are like very capable to manage the SD-WAN. Like thousands of router, more than thousands of router, they are going to configure, and after configuring those router, they are going to implement easily. So no problem is going to happen in terms of your management or like any kind of the troubleshooting which need to be happen from the central dashboard. So this is also going to introduce like the very flexible opportunity where the engineers are quickly do the any kind of troubleshooting. They can recognize the logs and they can do the quicker configuration. So you have to save a lot of money from here, right? And not only from this solution, just from the engineer point of view, also from tooling point of view. Like if you are using your legacy WAN, you have to use third-party tools like the SolarWinds, some kind of the other tools available in the market, who basically monitor your network. But if you are using the SD-WAN, you having the centralized dashboard. That is this is a dashboard. Let me show you the vManage dashboard. In this dashboard, you can manage each and everything. So from this dashboard, you can manage your likewise any kind of the, if you want to do the troubleshooting. So let me show you. You want to see the alarms, you want to see the events, you want to see the any kind of the network connectivity. You can manage each and everything from here. So this is how your monitoring is even going to happen very centrally. If you want to do any troubleshooting, you can just go in this section. Let me just go there. Just go in this particular dashboard. Any device you want to do troubleshooting, let's suppose any router you want to do the troubleshooting. You can just go here in the real time. You can do all troubleshooting, like what application traffic is happening, how my interface is behaving, TCP optimization, WAN throughput, flow, top talkers, T-locks, tunnels, firewalls, URL filtering, everything you can manage from here. Even you want to do the troubleshooting, likewise the trace, ping, you can do from here. So no need to worry at all. Even if you want to take the CLI of their device access, go here and this is your SSH terminal. Any device, if you want to take the CLI access, just click like the V edge. This is the router. You'll get the CLI access here. See, this is the CLI access. You just have to put the username and password. It is just going to be login. So you no need to do SSH telnet the devices. Central location have the every visibility, and you can do the CLI troubleshooting, GUI troubleshooting, and everything you can do from here. So we'll go and complete a step by step how it is going to happen, right? So it is going to reduce the cost. It is going to provide the improved performance. It is just going to remove the complexity from the networks, because it is going to make your life very easy. It is going to simplify your networks. So your complexity would be definitely going to be reduced. Enable cloud uses. Why cloud uses? Day by day, applications are hosting on the clouds. So your cloud integration and the cloud-based application performance is going to be improved, because it is capable to integrate your clouds directly to your branch location. So if you want to access the cloud application, you just sit on the LAN and just go via the local DIA to their cloud, right? So it is just going to enable cloud users, and that cloud is going to give you the better performance while accessing your cloud-based application. Reduce cost, we understand. Boost security, because earlier if you have the legacy WAN, in that legacy WAN, basically what is happening in that legacy WAN, you just have to use the different firewalls like ASA Firewall, Cisco Checkpoint Firewall, you having the Juniper Firewall, you having the Palo Alto Firewall. So you just have to add on additional security devices, which is also going to increase your cost. But if you are using the Cisco SDWAN solution, your security, like the security firewall feature, is enabled in the Cisco SDWAN routers. So if you take the solution, your devices are already capable to understand the security features. So see, this security feature is already enabled. So you can create the security policy where you can do the firewall filtering. You want to do the application-based filtering. You want to do the malware protection, antivirus protection. All you can do by using this application filtering, Cisco SD-WAN security features. So this is additional benefits we have. So this is your security, boost security. Next one is intent-based networking. What is the intent-based networking? So intent-based networking, that means you know how my network is going to happen. You know how my network is going to happen. So you're based on the intent. It is going to happen how my network should be going from one location to another location for any communication. If you want to do the intent, like I want to send some traffic via this link, so I can send that traffic from that link. If you want to send some traffic from this link, so I can send via this link. So let's suppose this is your topology. This is your ISP again. So my intent, I want my Facebook traffic go via this link. It will go via this link. I want my YouTube traffic go via this link. It will go via this link. So based on the intent, I can manipulate my traffic. So this is like application aware routing. This is another feature, not only the destination based routing. It is also understand the applications. So based on the application, you can do the application aware routings. Predictable application experience. What does means? Predictable application experience means you already know how my traffic is going on. and which link my traffic is going on. So based on this particular tool we manage, you can predict your application functionality, how they are performing. How basically we can predict? Basically, you just have to go here, and after going, you can just understand real time how my application is doing for the all devices. How my application is doing for the all devices. So you can just go and here application behavior, you can understand what is my loss, latency. You can just analyze for the 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours. So based on the graphs, you can understand how my application is happening, how they are communicating with any destination, and you can understand these all stuff very easily, how basically it is going to happen. Right? Next, zero touch provisioning. So what is zero touch provisioning? So I give the examples. Let's suppose in the legacy WAN, your router having a problem. So you have to go set up the process to replace the routers. Like you have to arrange the AFE, you provide the console, you have to arrange the FTP connection, you have to arrange the your configuration to do the configuration, copy and paste to the routers. But if in talk about the zero touch provisioning, we'll do the very deep dive for the zero touch, right? So in later stage, we have the dedicated slides for it. So in zero touch provisioning, how it is going to happen? Zero touch means you just purchase the router from the Cisco. This is the edge router. Let's suppose that this is a VH router. And after this VH router, you just have to put the power in this router. After putting the power, you just have to connect the WAN cable. And after connecting the WAN cable, this router will come in the live. And how this magic is going to happen, I'll tell you the step-by-step process. So this is the beauty. You are saving a lot of cost, a lot of time to just onboard any router. So this is your zero touch provisioning. What is zero trust fabric? So zero trust fabric means by default in SD-WAN fabric, everything is denied. Nobody is going to allow to join the fabric. By default, everything is denied. So you have to prove you are the right person who are eligible to join the SD-WAN fabric. Then only you can join this particular fabric, else you cannot join this particular fabric. So this is a zero trust fabric, right? So I'll discuss more about how zero trust fabric is going to be happen, how the certificate are going to come in a picture to just make the security in place. Whenever the new device is going to go on board, they are just going to understand the certificate and they are just going to validate those devices, and based on the validation, they are going to join the fabric. So guys, any question, any open question till now about this benefits and some kind of the basic understanding, because we are doing the very basic fundamentals, even we are not talking about anything about the SD-WAN devices. We're just discussing very basic things about the SD-WAN because we have to do the deep dives. So anyone having any question till now? Yes, Rama, you just want to ask something? Ramachandra or anyone? No question? All right, so why actually a little bit I'm not feeling well today, so there is some problem while speaking. So we can connect the in different session, right? And we'll discuss more in deep dive. Okay, guys. So if you have question, feel free to ask. Else we can connect and we'll start like some other benefits, like how the complex operation, high cost. We'll discuss more, and this we'll discuss how the open box solution was there, how the closed box solution was there, how they are going to work each other, like in the legacy WAN to the SD-WAN solution. So we have to do a lot of basic fundamental understanding. Then we'll come to the actual solution. What is the SD-WAN solution? How the orchestration plane is going to happen? How the management plane is going to happen? How the control plane is going to happen? How the data plane is going to happen? These all things we are going to understand step by step. And then we'll understand what is a vManage, what is a vBond, what is a VH. This all we are going to understand. Okay. So let's stop this session from here. We'll connect it again in the new session. Okay, guys?
Okay, I have a question regarding the lab.
Yes. Tell me, please.
As for now, as you have mentioned that you will provide the rack access, right?
Right.
Can we set up our own lab in our laptop?
So if you want to set up, definitely you can do that. But for that, you just have to minimum required 128 GB RAM. Do you have that RAM? 128 GB
Okay,
RAM.
for the lab, we need to 8 GB RAM, right?
128 GB RAM.
How much? 128.
Yes,
All right,
128.
got it.
Yes. So that's why it is very
All right.
difficult to build the lab. So if you have at least minimum 64 GB, then you can run some controllers and one branch or two branch for testing, not all the branch. So if you have 128 GB RAM, so then you can build these labs easily on your laptops and it is going to be accessible. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question, guys? Any other question if you have in your mind, please feel free to ask.
Okay.
No.
Do you also provide SD access course training?
Currently, actually, SDXS training having a problem due to the lab. So actually, for the SDXS, we require the real devices that cannot be simulated. So earlier, we having a tie-up with one of the vendors, but right now we don't have. But if we have the 4 or 5 students, we can do the tie-up and you can start the batch. But there is very hard to run the lab for the SDXS. Okay. All right. Anything else, Ayaj? You understand about the SDXS?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. Bye bye. See you again. And we'll do
Thanks for the
deep dive.
session.